For 2 weeks, Staff Sergeant Mara Keane's name was always at the bottom of the scoreboard. Every drill, every course, every evaluation. Failure after failure. She missed shots even rookies could make, froze in doorways, and fumbled reloads, like she'd never touched a rifle before. On the obstacle course, a single flashbang would stop her cold. Whispers started spreading. Maybe she was a charity case. Maybe she was dragging the team down on purpose. The instructors were done making excuses. One more failure, and she was out. But on the day her dismissal seemed inevitable, a black SUV rolled onto the range. Its doors opened, and out stepped a Navy SEAL commander. He didn't ask questions, didn't look at her record. He just said 3 words. Words Mara hadn't heard in years. When Mara first arrived at the training compound, she looked like anyone else. Mid-30s, plain fatigues, hair pulled back so tight it looked severe. The only thing that stood out were her eyes. They never stopped. Moving, always scanning for exits, cataloging every angle. She took the bunk in the far corner of the barracks, back to the wall, clear view of the door. Old habits from places where sleeping in the wrong spot could get you killed. Her squad mates noticed her, but not in a good way. Lieutenant Markham and his friends, Torres, Miller, and Peters, made her the punchline of their running jokes. Deadweight became her unofficial call sign. They never said it loud enough to be called harassment, but always loud enough for her to hear. The truth. Mara barely reacted. She kept her face neutral, her pace steady. But Master Chief Raines, one of the senior instructors, noticed something different. During breaks, she moved like someone who'd memorized every corner of the base. Her gear was arranged with surgical precision. When she thought no one was watching, her hands flew through weapon manipulations with a speed and smoothness that didn't match the clumsy reloads she showed during drills. It was subtle, but to Raines, it looked like she was holding back. By the end of week 2, Mara was on the brink of being sent home. The paperwork was already moving. Friday would be her final evaluation, pass or fail, and everyone knew it would be fail. Then came Thursday. The black SUV appeared without warning, gliding through the gates. Government plates, tinted windows, the kind of vehicle that meant someone important. A tall, broad-shouldered man stepped out. Commander Cole Maddox. He walked like someone who'd spent a lifetime scanning rooftops for snipers. Calm, deliberate, every step calculated. He went straight to Master Chief Raines. I understand. You have Staff Sergeant Mara Keane here. Yes, sir, Raines replied carefully. She's scheduled for dismissal. Her performance... Maddox raised a hand. I'm not here to argue. I just want to see her run one more course. Let me give her the word. Raines hesitated. Outside, observers weren't allowed during evaluations, but there was something in Maddox's tone that wasn't really a request. The next day, under the brutal afternoon sun, Mara's squad assembled for their final run. Urban hostage rescue scenario. Same course she'd failed before. Maddox stood at the perimeter, hands clasped behind his back, watching. At first, it was the same story. Mara moved too cautiously, hesitated at corners, checked angles twice. Markham sighed into the comms. Try to keep up, tourist. They entered the second building, a maze of tight rooms and narrow hallways. Maddox's voice cut through the comm chatter, calm but sharp. Keane, ghost knife, execute. The change was instant. The hesitation vanished. Mara's rifle came, up like it was part of her body. She flowed past Markham, acquiring targets before they even appeared. First hostile, 2 shots, center mass. She was already moving. Corners cleared before her teammates even reached them. Tactical reloads mid-stride, every movement precise, economical, unstoppable. The squad scrambled to keep up as she dismantled the course in minutes. When they reached the hostage room, a choke point that had broken countless teams, she didn't pause. She read the geometry in a glance, neutralized threats in 2 seconds, and had the hostage moving before anyone else had processed what happened. They finished in record time. Instructors stared at their stopwatches. Markham just stood there, helmet in hand, eyes wide. What the hell was that? Later, in the debriefing room, Rains turned to Maddox. Ghost knife? That's not in any manual. Because it's not supposed to be, Maddox replied. It's a classified program, deep insertion teams, high-value targets, places that don't exist on a map. Keane was one of the best. Rains frowned. So why the failure? Why hold back? Mara answered quietly without looking up from cleaning her rifle. I wasn't authorized, Maddox explained. Ghost knife operatives are conditioned. Without the trigger phrase, they perform like regular soldiers. With it, they become what you saw today. It's a safety measure. Keeps them from going operational unless absolutely necessary. Her discharge recommendation vanished that day. In its place, a new assignment. Advanced Tactical Instructor, Special Operations Training Command, not punishment. Recognition. Markham. Never mocked her again. Neither did Torres, Miller, or Peters. They'd seen what she really was, and it scared them more than they'd admit. Some people talk about their skills. Others show you once. And you never forget it. Reflection for viewers. Sometimes the most dangerous warriors are the ones who let you think they're harmless until the moment you need them. Have you ever met someone like that? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Still Tale for more stories of hidden strength and quiet heroes.